Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I wanted to go ahead and give this last review over season two's. This is the season finale of and just like that. The last part was like a two-part. I'm gonna have to be honest. The last episode was not that exciting. I felt like they really could have just wrapped this all into part one of episode 10, basically. Um, but it is what it is. Samantha calls Carrie. She planned on coming to the Last Supper. I think that's the cute. I thought that's the cutest idea. The Last Supper. Carrie is moving out in of her apartment into a new place. When did Carrie and Samantha get back cool? Because last season, girl, I remember, at least I think I remember. Didn't Samantha tell Carrie part of the storyline was like, we'll talk whenever I feel comfortable, whenever I'm done going through what I'm going through. So for them just to pop up on the phone like, hey girl, I thought that was a little weird. Or did they get to a point where they showed us or told us that Samantha and Carrie had kind of got back on good terms? And that Samantha wasn't necessarily, I guess, ignoring Carrie. But yeah, and nonetheless, girl, they were on the phone talking like, kind of like, oh, hey, Samantha, hey. It was good to see Samantha. I know a lot of people, they miss Samantha on the show. I went back, to some of the people who may not know, I went back and started watching Sex in the City from the beginning. Prior to In Just Like That, I saw episodes here and there, probably like 50% of the season, but there were still parts I didn't know. Like I never knew that Big and I never knew Big was married. So Natasha wasn't in a lot of episodes. So I wanted to go back and just kind of like brush up. And plus, Sex and the City is a good. If you haven't watched all the episodes, they're only like 20 minutes. You can watch them on Max. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going back and watching the episodes. Charlotte basically gets Harry together because Harry feels like he's doing something. Charlotte went back to work, so now Harry has had to take up some of the responsibility that normally would fall at Charlotte's feet, aka taking care of his kids. Okay, getting some lunches, bringing whatever needs to be brought to the school. If somebody forgets a notebook or a notepad or girl science project. So he's kind of going off about him not being able to do it by himself, just like Charlotte told him. Girl, the expectation is for all women to do it by themselves. You'll be all right. That's pretty much what she told him. You're gonna be all right. I'm back at work. I love what I'm doing, and girl, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I said, I know that's right, Charlotte. Miranda goes to see Steve. She doesn't want, one thing I don't like is that they make Miranda feel bad for not wanting to continue some type of relationship after the intimacy is cut off with her partners, right? Now, Steve, on the other hand, I can see why Miranda may still want to have some type of friendship. One, they've been knowing each other for a very long time. This is not like, oh, her and Che. If her and Che never saw each other again, girl, it is what it is, girl. Okay, whatever. But her and Steve, I think it's a little bit different. They've been knowing each other for a very long time, right? It's not like, even though girl Miranda deserved to be cursed out by Steve probably more than a couple of times, but it's not like they had this horrible, 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 horrible. Well, I guess Steve will probably disagree, but they didn't have like this horrible breakup to the point of no return. They have a child together. So, I'm not mad at Miranda for wanting to have some type of friendship with Steve. Steve just wants to be clear about boundaries. Like, I'm not doing this roller coaster with you, getting off and getting on because you want to try to get back together. Don't get back together, get back together. Because y'all know Steve is in love with Miranda. And she said no. And so that was that on that. So I'm hoping, you know, Miranda is a woman of her word. Girl, leave Steve alone. Steve has issues. He cheated on Miranda, but girl, but yes, it is a but. Girl. Anyways, Naya, I think she's being inducted right into the American Law Institute. She's excited after she received the news she was about to call her ex-husband. And she's going through what she's going through because now she figures out. I mean, she thought about her not having a man. I ain't got no man to share my good news with. Girl, share it with your friends, girl. Okay, girl. Anytime you think about that man, think about that white lady who he laying up with, who about to have a baby. Anytime you think of Andre Rashard, Professor Naya, girl, you know you know how much I'm so disconnected from Naya and her story. Like I don't really care if she's on the show or not. I just learned her name this episode. I don't know if y'all been noticing. I've been calling her the professor this entire time. I just learned her name. That's how much I don't think I cared about her character. I don't know. Lisa, I love. Professor Naya, I don't know. I just felt like they kind of like threw her in there. um, but anyways, yeah, I just learned her name. They go to Carrie's the Last Supper, girl. Um, Miranda has a conversation with Che. She says that she didn't mean to be mean. She thought the jokes were funny, and that Miranda ghosted her. But that's not the reason why she made those jokes. The Anthony's boyfriend or guy friend, girl, he lets the group know that he's returning. He's going back to Rome. Girl, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap Anthony up. It is Anthony gave up his girl. Anthony gave his Boonchie cat up. Girl, I said no. I'm sorry. I'm just I am of the belief that you shouldn't do anything with your body that you don't want to. I don't give a damn how much your partner wants it to happen. If you don't want to do it, then you shouldn't have to do it. And if that is going to be the cause for the relationship to come to an end, then that's just what it's going to have to be. That's just what I have always believed in. That I have never moved from that. I think it's for anybody, man, woman, non-binary. I was like, Anthony, I said, Anthony. Anthony girl heard this man was about to move back to Rome. Now he gonna give him some pussy. I said, not you hearing, girl, that your man was about to move back to Rome. Now you want to give him a little boochie cat. Yeah. And then the real gag is when they show Anthony having sex, he didn't even look like he was enjoying it. He looked like when I say I bust out laughing, he didn't even look like he was enjoying it. He looked like he was in pain. Like it looked like he was hurting. I said, oh girl. Girl, you doing something that you probably don't want to do. And then you're not even enjoying it. Girl, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. And then you know what I don't like also with his storyline and with Seema's? They're moving so fast. Like even with Seema and this man. Girl, y'all only been knowing each other for a few weeks. Y'all already talking about I love you and I'm gonna wait around for 5 months. Girl, what? Girl. Already? Even with Anthony and his man. Y'all haven't even been knowing each other that long to be making these lifelong decisions, or not even lifelong decisions, but whether or not you should play a role in if I'm gonna move back home or not. Girl, I don't even know you. If I say I'm moving back to Rome, I'm moving back to Rome. Girl, we haven't established anything that deep for me to have to consider you in the picture. Girl, maybe that's why I need to be single. Okay? I can see if we had really been dating. You know the gays move fast anyways. So 2 months of dating for us is really like it feels like 2 years, okay? But Seema is very paranoid. Hold up. Seema is very paranoid with her man because, in the middle of them having sex, she told him that she loved him. And he told her back, but I guess she doesn't think that it's good enough because, he's as hot. Is he a director, I believe? He fine. He is fine, I ain't gonna lie. But I think she's just paranoid. Seema already don't trust these men anyways. But the gag is the same way you told girl, y'all was both in there getting booty. Y'all was both in there getting booty. Girl, you told him he loved you because the stroke was good. He told you he loved you because the coochie was good. And now, girl, Seema walk around her paranoid. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, no, no. But I just don't like how they making Seema storyline move so fast with this man. I don't like it. I just don't. Anyways, he asked her. The real gag was when he asked her to move to Rome with him for 5 months. Not Rome, to go to wherever he's shooting the movie. He's gonna go. He's gonna be gone for 5 months. So he was asking her to come with him for 5 months. I'm glad. One thing I will say about Seema's character is not putting anything that she has built on the line for a man. She told him straight to his face, I have built my career. I have built this life that I love. I'm not giving that up for a man, full stop. I said, I know that's right. You asking me to move somewhere with you for 5 months. How about you stay here for 5 months? You see how unfair that is? Because the truth of the matter is Seema just can't work anywhere. While yes, she has a very flexible schedule, I don't know if it's that flexible where she can move halfway across the girl world. No, I still have to be here in New York. I just take my lunches when I want to and go to the office when I want to, but I still need to be here. Anyways, Aiden and Carrie. Okay. Aiden and Carrie. So Aiden feels because his son has gotten into an accident and has took some mushrooms. He feels as though he needs to be there, right there, to keep an eye on his son. I get it. He feels guilty because his son was coming to see him. And girl, baby, put your son in some therapy. That's one. Okay? Because you could be there all day, every day. Girl, if he's going through something, it ain't nothing you can do about it. You're going to have to get some professional help. He wants Carrie to wait 5 years. Basically, that's when the youngest one will turn 18. So once Wyatt turns 18, then he'll be, I guess, free to kind of move the way he wants to move. When I tell you, this is the first time I've ever thought in my head that Aiden was full of shit. When Aiden was talking to Carrie and was telling Carrie to wait 5 years because 10 years went by just like this, and then he said 5 years ago, just like, and then Carrie said, you didn't snap your fingers. He said, because that's how fast it's going to go. God said, no, this nigga did not. Not because that's how fast it's going to go. Girl, you're going to get out of my apartment if I throw you out this window. Carrie's character is 56 years old. If Carrie thought about waiting 5 years for this man, she would be 61. If you want to be in a relationship, I think it could be a beautiful thing. But I'd be good and goddamn if I wait at 56 for a man to come back thinking he may or may not. Bitch, you get back with your ex-wife. Girl, I've been sitting here waiting, girl, twirling my hair, and girl, I look up, girl, and you done got back with Kathy. Because you want to, because Aiden is the type of person in my head. Oh, girl, if you're doing all of this to the point where you're scared to even, girl, have a relationship because you think that something going to happen to your son, I can see him possibly, trying to get back with Kathy because of the fact that he thinks that it will be better for the children. We need to do it for the children. I don't know. Carrie, they had a dinner, right? The Last Supper. Carrie wanted everybody to go around and say one word, right? And I guess the word was supposed to mean something that they're releasing, whether it's fear. Um, her word, I can't remember all the words. Her word that she was releasing was expectations. So I guess in her head, the expectations of whatever I'm releasing. So even though I was expecting to be in this relationship with this man and the expectation was for us to go to each other's place every other weekend, it's not working out that way. So I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm not going to expect anything. Bitch, at 56, I'm setting an expectation. Okay? Girl, we are not 18 and 20. Carrie, you done lived more than half of your life. And the simple fact that you are even entertaining the idea of waiting for a man at 56 is crazy as hell to me. But like I said, Carrie stalls for a man. Because as soon as Aiden would have set me down to have the conversation at the kitchen table, by the end of the conversation, girl, we would have officially said our forever goodbyes. And if at 61, I ain't met nobody, and girl, I done popped and we done ran into each other, girl, at the bodega, and we want to go do a little naked tango, then so be it. But the nerve of you to even ask me to wait around for 5 years, it's crazy as hell. It's one thing for Seema to wait 5 months for her man to come back to town, which I think is still a little crazy because girl, I don't even know you quiet as it's kept. But girl, I can try to at least wrap my head around 5 months. Girl, 5 years and 5 months is pushing it for Seema too. Because Seema want a man. Seema just not gonna be stupid over no man. See, Carrie want a man and she'll be stupid over one. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Anyways, that's all I had to talk about. That was in Just Like That. I can't wait for season 3. Season 2 was cute. I thought season 1 was a whole lot better than season 2. I feel like season 2 didn't start to pick up towards the end. I do feel like episode 11 it was kind of a letdown. They could have wrapped that all up in episode 10. I didn't really feel the need. I didn't really see the need to have to break, into a 2-part ending. You see what I'm saying? But it was cute nonetheless, baby. That Carrie, baby, Miss Thing be dressing now. Because you're at the beginning of Sex in the City, honey. Miss Carrie used to walk around here like all she had, like I said last night. Miss Carrie used to walk around here like all she had was half a pack of cigarettes. Girl, $20 cab fare in a Cosmopolitan. When I say Miss Thing used to look disheveled, girl. Disheveled, girl. Miss Thing used to look like she, girl. Girl. I said, "Ooh, girl, when did the fashions turn on for Miss Carrie? Because Miss Carrie wasn't dressing like this at the beginning of Sex in the City. Girl, Miss Thing looked like she was barely holding on. Girl, and that's so fine. Holding on. Girl, Miss Carrie looked like she was barely holding on, honey. Girl, it's like she was struggling. I said, girl, like she's struggling like everybody else. Miss Carrie was gonna have them heels. She was gonna have that sling bag. Girl, that hair was gonna be curly and disheveled, honey. She was gonna have that cigarette. She was gonna have a condom policy, and she was gonna have $20 in her purse. That's it. But she was gonna manage. She was gonna find out a way to go buy her, to find her. So she was gonna manage to find $400 to go buy her a pair of designer shoes, though. Okay, priorities all fucked up. Okay, she was gonna have on a pair of designer heels, though. Okay, now how she paid for them, I don't know. Anyways, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.